Hi everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View, here to do another video on this cold and really stormy and windy day. And I just took a little trip and just got back before the storm hit. So I don't know, I think we got somewhere around 6 inches, but it's blowing out there. So I hope you're staying warm wherever you are. And today's healing lesson is called Always Choose Yourself First. And so today in the healing lesson, you always have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anyone else. Always choose yourself first. And the reason I say that is because everyone around you is trying to teach something about yourself. And if you have people talking down to you or trying to control you in any way or making themselves feel like they're better than you, they're trying to teach you something. You know, to use your voice, to give your opinion, because everyone's opinion matters, everyone's voice matters. But unless you see yourself first and take care of yourself first, you're going to have others trying to manipulate you in any way possible. And we are souls here. We are a divine collective that, we are all here to help each other learn. And our souls are all equal. You know, no one's better than anyone else. But some may have an older soul, some may have a younger soul. And we're all here to live the human experience. And the whole point of you being here at this time is to learn anything you can about yourself. That's the whole goal. To see how much you can learn, to see how much you can grow and evolve, to prepare you for another experience, to push you further down into your soul's growth. Okay? And we are infinite. Our souls are infinite. And when we pass on, we transform. You know, we never die. We may shed this vessel, but we never die. We are infinite. And we've lived many experiences. This is only one, guys. But the whole point of being here is, to think of yourself as like the main character. And everyone around you is trying to teach you something about yourself. But you have to take care of yourself first over anyone, because if you're worn out, if you are overworked, if you are not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anyone else. Especially if you're a parent. It's very important to have that alone time. It's very important to get away and recharge, to be a better parent. Because when you're worn out, you get frustrated and sometimes angry, and you can make the wrong choices. Your behavior changes, and that can affect your families. And if you know of anyone that's going through this, guys, help them out. It's, especially single parents. Part of our experience here is to help others and to learn that it's not all about just us. Okay, because everyone is involved in our human experience. And helping others is helping yourself. When you live in the heart chakra, when you go through this healing process of healing your trauma, healing your wounds inside, going in and meditating, opening up your chakras, balancing your energy, going within and healing your wounds inside. Okay, you start changing your energy. And you stop living so much in the material world. You start shedding that aspect of yourself. Because you realize the real prize, what the real world is in the spiritual realm. And you look at things so differently. You know, you stop being so materialistic. You look at more of the outer world, the natural world, and connecting with God, Spirit, the universe, and how and understand how everything works around you. But taking care of yourself is so important. And I had to learn this. You know, I had to learn to, well, for a very long time, I was letting others control me. I was letting everything happen around me. And I wasn't awake enough to see it. And I decided one day that I was the one that needed to change. So I stopped letting things control me. I stopped letting people control me. I started making decisions for myself. And, you know, this was going on most of my life, everybody. I finally chose me. Started changing me. And I started seeing things change around me. My world was reflecting what I was changing. It was reflecting back to me what was changing. And, you know, like I said, we're all equal in the spirit. But some souls are older, some are younger. So some may have more experience in their next lifetime, and others may be newer souls. But everything around you is trying to teach you something about yourself. And when you choose you, and you reflect, and you look in the mirror, and you dissect your life, you know, you're gonna start seeing a lot of things that you need to change. And everybody will be your teacher. But this life is all about learning about yourself. About what you need to heal inside yourself. And look at everyone around you and what they're trying to tell you. And they may not realize what they're there for. But people are there to teach us. People are sent into our experience to help teach us about ourselves. And it's kind of like a back and forth collaboration. You know, with everyone you meet, they're there to teach you something, and they may be in your life for a season, they may be in your life for a lifetime. But everyone that comes in to help teach you something is there for a reason. And once you start looking at yourself and making yourself a priority. You know, not in an arrogant way. It's more like, if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of you? If you're not going to stand up for yourself, who's going to stand up for you? If you think someone is going to come in and save you, no. This is your job here, to save yourself. And everything in the world is trying to distract you from doing that, from looking within yourself, to make you see that you are important and you have a voice. You have an opinion that matters, and to not let anyone walk all over you, to not let anyone make you feel less than, or to control you or manipulate you or lie to you or whatever. Everybody's experience is different. But it's so important to see yourself and examine your life and who's in it and who shouldn't be in it. You should take care of yourself so you can take care of your loved ones that are around you. And to help your kids see the way they should be living, to give them a good role model. You know, changing yourself for the better will also help your kids, because they watch everything you do. You know, you inspire them in a positive or a negative way. And a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot of kids, but you know, when kids are not getting attention, sometimes they will do negative things to get your attention, because it is attention. It might not be the right attention, but it's attention they're getting from you, because they might not be getting the good attention. So it's important to give them the healed version of you. And everyone needs to do this process, and I can't tell you how important it is, because I've done it myself. And it's a constant process, guys. You know, there's no ending. We're all evolving all the time. We're all changing and healing and growing. It's a constant process. But the more you do, the more things will change around you. And if you want to see your kids do better, help them see which way to go. And the way to go is to heal yourself. The more you heal, the less triggered you're going to be. The more you heal, the calmer you're going to be. The more you heal, the more you don't lie, the more you heal the positive energy that comes off of you. Okay? And they will feel it. They will feel your calm demeanor. They will feel the good energy that surrounds you. Because we are all energy. And everything is an energy exchange. And they will be able to feel an energy change within you. So that was just a little side note on that. But taking care of yourself, domino effects onto everyone in your experience. So, don't just look at this world as you're just here to exist and experience life and everybody here that's in your circle. Because it's so much bigger than that. It really is. You are important. Everything is here to teach you and to help you heal from whatever trauma you've had. And it's your job and responsibility to heal from all of those traumatic experiences that you've had in your life. It may not have been your choice to experience that trauma, okay, but you have the power within yourself to heal what has happened to you. And it's everyone's responsibility to move forward in their life and to do better. And to not domino effect that energy. Because you're better than that. Don't ever give someone that power over you. If they've done something in your life that has been really negative, don't stay in that victim mode. Because you are giving them power. You're giving your power away. And the more you heal that trauma, you will realize that they can't control you anymore with whatever they did to you. You're in control. You are your own power source. Turn your pain into power. And don't live in that negative energy anymore. Make the changes you need to make. Realize that you are important. Everyone is important here and equal. And no one is better than anyone else. And don't let anyone ever make you feel like that. Okay? Because if they're doing that, then they're living in the negative energy, in the devil energy, and the lower chakra energies. The solar plexus chakra on down to the root chakra. Okay? The lower half is the devil energy. The higher is more the heavenly energies. Change your frequency. This is all about frequency and vibration, guys. The more you heal, the more you rise in frequency, and you can change your experience in your outside world. It's incredible. But realize you have the power within yourself to heal, to make changes, to move forward. And it's all within you. Everything is within you. The answers are within you, not somewhere outside in the world. The answers are there for you to find, to fix the problems. Stay out of fear. Whatever is going on, stay out of fear. Fix what you need to fix, heal from it, and bring in the good energy. And move upward in the chakras. And your frequency will change. And you will start bringing in abundance and all the good energies. But never stay in victim mode. Yes, heal from whatever's happened to you. Take the time to heal, and very important. But never stay in that. Never stay in that energy. You have the power to change your life, and only you can do it. Oh, I thought I saw an animal. Be your own inspiration. Make yourself proud. Make yourself proud of yourself. Do the inner work. Heal and move forward. And realize that you are in charge. No one else is in charge of you. Always state your opinion. Be respectful. But state your opinion. Use your throat chakra. Be honest, trustworthy. Don't lie. And you will move upward. you will get out of that negative frequency and start creating abundance for yourself. But it's so important to make sure that you take care of yourself first. Okay? Always take care of yourself first. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to take care of anyone else the way that they need to be taken care of. Okay? You get plenty of rest, drink lots of water. Always take care of yourself in every way. And it's sometimes hard to do, guys, because like I've said, I'm a smoker. And I repeat that because, we all make mistakes. We all have things that we are challenged with. I've had other addictions as well. But I've lost a lot of them through this process. You are not your addictions. You are not your pain. Don't stay in the pain. Don't stay in that negative energy because you are so much more. When you heal yourself from the inside out, you start to heal everyone else around you. But most importantly, you're healing the one person that you need to heal, which is you. And it will change your experience. You have a connection with God, with Spirit, with this great awakening journey and this ascension process to raise your frequency, especially important at this time. But amazing things will come into your life. So this is a challenging time for everybody. But it's important not to lay around and, stay in depression. Get up, move around, inspire yourself. Inspire yourself to get up and exercise, change your energy. Every day. Think about things you can do to help yourself, to do better. You are your own main character in your own movie, guys. And everything out there is trying to distract you, trying to tempt you, trying to silence you, trying to manipulate you. Distractions everywhere. Focus on what you need to focus on. Focus on yourself. Focus on your life and what you can change. And you will shift your energy. You will shift the world around you and shift everyone around you and make your experience a whole lot better. But I'm on almost every day. Try to do it every day, but I do my videos because I've done this process. And it's not a well-known process. But I've learned this for myself. I figured it out on my own without realizing I was even doing it. And if I would have never imagined myself doing this, guys. I was always so scared of being in front of a camera, of people seeing me, talking in public. Well, I mean, I know it's a lot easier because I'm doing a video on, and nobody's around, but but I was always so scared of putting myself out there, of not having or feeling like I never had a voice. In my whole life, I really felt like that I didn't have a voice and that my opinion didn't matter. But when I went through my awakening process, through my dark night of the soul that I went through, and you can look that up to see what that is, because that's usually what starts the process. You start going on this journey and realizing so many things about yourself, of what you've healed and what you haven't healed, what you need to see, what you need to do, what you need to change, who's in your life, who shouldn't be in your life. There's so many things that will be put in front of your face to change. And it's up to you to make good decisions, to make the changes you need to make. But you are your own main character. You are the story. Everyone else around you is not the most important person in your life. You are the most important person in your life. You create your own story, guys. Don't ever let anyone create your story. I don't care who they are. Could be family, could be friends. Don't stay stuck. Get out of the karmic loop. Because everything is trying to keep you in a karmic loop. To have to redo this all over again, guys. To transition and go into another experience in the same karmic loop and do it all over again. Okay? Everything is trying to keep you stuck. It's time to wake up. And when you heal within yourself, you're going to start to see a lot of things going on around you that you didn't realize. And it's so important to deal with those things head on and heal from all of it. And it is very possible. There's some devastating things that have happened to me in my lifetime. And gosh, my whole life, it seems like, has been a train wreck, guys. Like, constant. So you'd be amazed at what I've had to heal from. But you can do it as well. When something devastating happens to you, you don't have to stay in that energy. You might have to take some time alone. You might have to get away for a while. I had to make some tough choices to get away and to move and to take a big loss in my life to do it. But God will always replace those things. It may not be in the same way, but God will always replace those things in your life and will make a better life for you. But the most important thing is to stop looking outside yourself for your answers. God is not outside of you. God is inside of you. He's not somewhere out there on a cloud, somewhere up there. God works through you in your heart chakra. Okay, your pineal gland up here, your Wi-Fi signal to God. Through meditation, through this process of healing. Go within your wounds in meditation. See your trauma, feel through it, cry it out, and let it go. And that's how you heal. One thing at a time. And it takes a while. This is not a quick process. I've been doing this for years. A process I didn't realize that I was starting. But I got to a point where I realized of the work that I did on myself. I didn't realize that I was even doing it. But I came to a point one day where things stopped triggering me. And I realized it was because of what I was doing and the healing I was doing. It's an amazing process, but a needed process that I feel everyone needs to do, because it changes everyone around you and dominoes. But I would have never seen myself doing this ever. You know, I had a few people in my lifetime humiliate me. You know, being up in front of a classroom, trying to do a speech, or, you know, things like that. I was always put on the spot and embarrassed on purpose. You know, things like that, which made me feel less than and humiliated and being in those negative energies. So I would have never seen myself doing this. But when you go through this healing process, you'll start doing things that you never thought you could. You'll turn into a completely different person. But my spirit guides were pushing me to start doing videos. And literally my first video, guys, I was so nervous, but I did it, and I'm still doing it. And that's what this process does. It changes you. It changes everything about you in a good way. It helps to see things within yourself that you never thought were there. Helps you see things that you couldn't see before. You know, helps bring out the real you. Everything around you is trying to keep you from realizing who you are in the spirit, in the soul. And it's your job to examine every detail about yourself to help you be a better person, to help you thrive and be in good energy and transform as much as possible in this lifetime, in this human experience, so that you don't have to come here again and do this all over again. So now is the time to learn about yourself and learn about the world around you. To heal yourself, to become a better person, so that you can move forward and level up and make it through the hard energies. Get rid of the darkness, find the light. The light within yourself, the flame, the inner flame, the God flame right here. 0 point energy. It's a balance of dark and light within yourself. And we all have both energies. But it is your job to get through the dark energies of yourself and the dark energies that are trying to manipulate you in every way. Get through those darker energies and move upward into the higher chakras, where you will find peace and calm and live more from your heart center, your heart chakra, where you will start helping people and you're happy and calm, you know, for the most part. You know, we all have our days, you know, we all get frustrated at times, but for the most part, it changes 360, guys. It's amazing. It's amazing how much I have changed about myself and what I see now compared to what I was. Because I didn't like what I was before. So always choose yourself first. You are important. You are the main character in your story, guys. Inspire yourself to do better. Take the time. Heal what you can heal. And some of us have carried a lot more darkness than others. But the more you heal and get out of that darker energies, or the dark energies, you will bring positive energy to you. You will attract it in. You will replace the dark energies of yourself with positive energy, with the light, which will help bring abundance to you in every way. In every way you see that as, to bring in happiness. So I hope you take the time today to take a little bit of your day and do some healing work. Sit in meditation. And it doesn't have to be any yoga pose, guys. Meditation can be anything. Being by yourself, taking a walk, being out in nature, or just meditating. Just sit with your eyes closed in a quiet room. But take some time today and do a little work on yourself. And day after day of doing this work, you're going to see a difference in yourself. And people are going to notice it. And they're going to talk about it. And they're going to notice the changes in you. And you're going to start to see yourself in a completely different light. But the most important thing is always take care of yourself first. Who's going to love you if you don't love yourself? You have to always take care of yourself first. And that's not in an arrogant way. That is in a self-respect way. That is in a loving way. A self-love way. So that's it, guys. And it's starting to calm down now out there, but it's actually kind of raining now. But I hope you are staying warm, and everybody's probably indoors here. It kind of looks like it. But I'm usually out at the lake or sitting by the lake. And I love to be by the lake. I've got to be as close as possible. It just keeps me in a calm state. And I feel connected with Mother Gaia. With any kind of natural setting, I feel connected with the natural world, with God and Spirit. And that's where I like to do my videos a lot. It's kind of hard to do with you can see the snow coming in my window or coming through, but it's a little hard sometimes with the weather. But I still love to be out in it as much as I can, and sometimes even when it's pretty darn cold. But the older I get, though, I just want it to warm up. Maybe I'll become a snowbird. But we'll see. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. So this is Kristen from A Voice and a View. And again, always take care of yourself first. Okay, I love you all. Peace, love, and light, guys. Bye.